How's it going, Hail Stalkers? It's lead meteorologist John Choquette here with your Friday hail forecast video, and this is going to be our last video of this week. We actually have a chance for some hail across portions of Louisiana going into tomorrow, and we're actually going to take a little bit of time to look ahead just a tiny bit, the potential for next week and just beyond in terms of the potential for storms. Overall, I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I know here in Oklahoma City it's finally pretty warm, and enjoy the Olympics later on tonight. But moving forward, basically we're going to show this is for tomorrow. There's no chance for hail today, and the risk is right over here in the corner. My computer's covering it just a tiny bit, but thankfully south of New Orleans there isn't whole lot. There is a chance for storms tomorrow afternoon. Looks like a cold front that's going to be moving through here in Oklahoma City at about 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. That is going to push south and actually have quite a bit of moisture and instability here. Nothing crazy, mind you, but there is a small chance for some hail anytime after about noon tomorrow. So places like New Orleans and Baton Rouge and even back over by Biloxi and Gulfport and stuff like that. Possibly, again, a 2% chance of seeing up to some quarter-size hail. Kind of similar to what we had a little earlier this week in this basic area here in like eastern Texas and over by like Shreveport and stuff, where you get that 1 or 2 storms that gets going, drops them up to quarter to $half size hail, and then moves on. So I think we're going to see a little bit of that tomorrow. I won't have a video for that tomorrow because I'll be at home, so I'll probably have just like a blog post for it tomorrow. And after that, I think things are going to be a little quiet for a couple days. But looking ahead, this is actually the same image that we had yesterday. I just didn't have a chance to update it before I got on here, but the same basic story applies. Not much really has changed too much. This is leading into next week, so basically around next Thursday or so. The pattern's starting to kind of have some changing to it. What we've had the past week or so, or a couple weeks actually, of just a lot of cold air coming down from Canada. You get all the snow up in the Midwest and in the Northeast. Like right now, I think they're getting a pretty good snowstorm in Chicago, for example. That's changing, so now we have all this moisture coming up. So with the way the pattern would be here, this is Thursday, you have the moisture coming up in the southeast and some moisture finally coming up to like Oklahoma. And this trough, again, it's far enough out where it keeps changing basically every single run, but the same basic idea of either a cutoff low or a trough, an open wave trough like this, is going to move through. And this will give the chance for some severe weather potential for places in the southern plains, ideally or likely east of places like I-35 and stuff. Probably more into like Arkansas and everything is where more likely it's going to end up happening, just based on the drought that is in place. However, one thing to do know, even if there isn't severe weather here in Oklahoma or in like parts of Texas or wherever you guys are watching here in this basic area, it looks like there's going to be a chance for some measurable rain, and that's going to continue probably for a good chunk of February, the chances for rain. And with the way the drought is going, rain is very welcome. We want to see some rain. The drought, if it gets too bad, we're not going to see any severe weather. It'll just get really bad, and it'll be very dry and lots of wildfires. We don't want that, so we want some rain to do come in for the second half of February. And looking out even further with a graphic I do not have right now, the potential for a more major pattern change to happen at the end of February into March, where we have the more classic setup of you have a trough that cuts down through the southwest and then ridging. So ridge basically have this but shift it up more. So kind of like how my hand is going like this. And this is a setup for more major severe weather. And that's kind of what we've had in our 2018 forecast as well. Once March came along, things really turn around and get more active, especially in the Tennessee Valley and in Dixie Alley. I think that's where we might see our first real severe weather outbreak. Again, this is quite a few weeks out, probably a few weeks. Once we get to the start of March, probably the first, second week of March, we'll see how that pans out. Otherwise, again, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Enjoy the Olympics tonight. I know a lot of you guys are watching the opening ceremonies. Enjoy the Olympics this weekend. And how about that trade deadline fallouts? You Cavs fans, you gotta go buy a whole bunch of new jerseys, unless you just have LeBron jerseys. I don't know. Don't forget to set up the notifications in our app. Again, we don't send out the text alerts anymore. Again, we continue to get quite a few people contacting us like, hey, I'm not getting the hail texts or anything. We're not sending the texts anymore, but all the things that we sent in our text messages, we're sending as push notifications on our app. So make sure you set that up with us. Go into your notification options, notification settings, select the region you'd like to have. So whether it's a city area, multiple city areas, multiple states, all the states, different countries like Canada, Australia, you can check them all off to your liking. So you get the notifications specifically designed for you, and you can do whether through mobile, your desktop, or through email, or all the above, whichever one you want. And make sure you just have that set up so you don't miss any of our hail forecasts or any alerts of large hail of golf ball size or larger and the population of 10,000 or more when we're mapping in certain states, or even when we have 2-star maps or greater available for purchase or viewing if you are a subscriber. Finally, make sure on our Facebook to avoid having our content disappear among your newsfeed, among your friends and family and fake news posts and all that. Make sure you follow us and hit see first so we pop up right at the top of your news feed. So these daily videos are the first thing you see when you sign on to Facebook on your phone or on your desktop computer. And also you see any other posts that we have about like new maps or continuing coverage that we have once larger storms do occur. And just a reminder, every single day, Monday through Friday anyway, at 12 p.m. we are doing our hail forecasts like this. And then once we do actually get a good event to happen, we'll do live continuing coverage, much like last year, where we're just kind of, the storm's unfolding and I'm covering it for you guys and just kind of walking through it as it happens. And well, once storm season really gets going, we'll be doing forecasts every single day at 12 and at 5 p.m. Otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend, guys. I'll see you on Monday, and we'll probably have a blog post for the potential for hail tomorrow. Do those hail dances, guys. Hopefully we can get a couple decent storms to squeeze out somewhere across the south before March rolls along. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday.